Hey there, guys and gals. This is Barbie Figueroa with risemarketinganddesign.com, and thank you so much for watching my video. Today is Wednesday, July 6th, and I'm so excited because we're about to go watch the Minions movie. Oh my gosh, anybody that knows me knows that I absolutely love the Minions. They're so cute. So if you've had a birthday or a special occasion, chances are I've sent you a Minion meme to celebrate. I love the Minions. But anyway, so it's really cool because we are going to, when I say we, I'm talking like the whole gang. My husband, well, except for the dog. The dog has to stay home. But my husband, me, my three sons, my oldest son's wife, because my oldest son recently got married, and then my middle son and his girlfriend. So how awesome is it that we all get together on a Wednesday afternoon to go watch the Minions in the middle of the day, which is honestly something that I've dreamed of my entire life, you know? And so when I look at what's before me and what I've been able to achieve in the last 4 years, it's kind of like this realization of my dream. And so I didn't have any content like specifically planned because I'm gonna hop off here in just a second to get ready to go. I mean, it's still early, but the movie's like at, I don't know, 12:30 or something like that. And so I got a few things to do, so I didn't have like an actual total outline. But here's what I wanted to do when I hopped on here to talk to you, and that was, it's really cool, right? Because I don't even like to talk about those things, to be honest, because I don't want people to focus on like the numbers and the money and stuff like that, as opposed to the reason why those things happen. But the reality is that inside of my primary affiliate program, I broke a really, really big number. Okay. Let's just say 300K. And so that's a really big number. It did happen in a span of a few years, obviously. But the cool thing is I never, ever, ever, ever imagined that I would do that. I mean, I remember back in the day, struggling years and years and years ago, and just, putting papers around my like office or my desk space or whatever with like checks that said like $100,000 and things like that. Yet I was never taking like actions to reach that goal. And then the way that I finally broke through and earned that had nothing to do with a lot of the things that I was learning online, which is to like make a vision board and, whatever. It didn't happen that way. Recently, I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place because, like I said, I didn't script anything or really, like have a real plan for today's video. But I just want to hop on here and just sit down and talk to you, because some really cool stuff is going to be rolling out in the next few weeks, where I'm going to be diving into some like tutorial content and branding content and things like that. But something really big is happening on July 11th, where the primary company that I am aligned with, and when I say primary company, like obviously I create my own videos, I have my own brand, I have my own digital products, things like that. But there's that primary company that I'm aligned with that kind of like is the residual part of my business model. And so that primary company, that I became a top affiliate inside of, they're going to be releasing something really big on July 11th. And leading up to that big release, they wanted to interview me, because I'm kind of part of the project. And I remember that one of the things that they asked me was kind of like, well, how did you sponsor over 600 plus people? It's actually more than 600, but anyhow, but how did you sponsor that many people? And I really, I gave literally my best answers, and I will let you I'll let you know when that thing on July 11th is available so that you can check it out for yourself, because I dive deeper in there. But I started to think about it, like, really, what was it, right? And honestly, it boils down to personal branding and setting yourself apart and standing out in a sea of sameness, right? How do you do that when you're in a company, when you are in an environment, whether it's YouTube, whether it's your network marketing company, whether it's your affiliate marketing company, whether it's your niche? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a coach in the health and wellness niche, and tons of people are teaching on the same subject as you, right? So how do you stand out in a sea of sameness so that you can, compete against all these other people and rise above the crowd and stand out so that you can ultimately achieve your goals? And for me, one of my goals was to be a present stay-at-home wife and mom. Hence why I opened the video with, I'm going to go hang out with my family today to go watch the Minions, because that's my dream come true. It wasn't to have like a mansion or a Ferrari or any of that stuff. Just little old me, little stay-at-home wife me, okay? I just wanted to be with my family. I didn't want to have to work a corporate job and pay someone else to raise my kids. I wanted to stay home and watch my babies grow. I wanted to be that traditional, yes, traditional mom and wife that was there for my husband and my children. And I didn't want to miss a thing. And so I struggled like crazy for years trying to crack this code on how to stand out, but not lose myself in the process. You know what I mean? And so when I was asked, like, how did you sponsor all these people? I go into detail inside of this thing that's going to be released very, 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 very soon. But I want to give you a few tips that I jotted down. Like, how was I able to, because sometimes I can't even believe it myself. Like, when I look at the top 10 people that rose to the top inside my company, and I believe we all earned the $200,000 plaque. I think we all did. And all of them are like amazingly talented rock stars. I call them titans because they're just so big in my eyes. But then just little me, because that's just the way I see myself. I'm just, like just a housewife who's just trying to kind of like, I'm just like a squirrel trying to get a nut. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get my little piece so that I can be present with my family. That's really my motivating factor, right? And so that I can give my kids a jump start in life that I didn't really have, right? So again, it goes back to, how do I stand out among all these titans, among all these people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing? Right? So I want to give you just a few tips that I did jot down right here in my squiggly writing, okay? Which is, number one, visual branding, right? Visual branding. And what I mean by visual branding, I'm talking about on social media, we're just digital, right? Like, I'm here and I'm on this video, but like, obviously you're not seeing me in person. I'm just on a video, right? So that is part of my visual branding. So in my visual branding, I've got things that feel like who I am, look like who I am, represent who I am visually, whether that's on YouTube, whether it's on social media, whether it's on an email. I keep everything kind of congruent so that it looks and feels and represents me and who I am in my imperfect, quirky way, right? I love color. People make fun of me for loving, liking color like the way I do, because it's kind of loud, it's kind of different. I come across sometimes a little quirky, or I don't know, but loud. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're too loud." I'm like, "Well, turn down the volume or go watch someone else." It's okay, because you don't want to lose who you are in the process. And And that's a video for another day, but it's easy to lose yourself in the process. And I'm going to make a video about that also, soon, because I had a period there where I was getting some training and I just really felt like I was losing myself. And I was like, okay. So it's easy for that to happen, especially when you are listening to so many other people. But okay, so visual branding is a big part of what makes you stand out. So let's say, for example, if you join a company and they have like they all have the same like replicated sales page, right? A replicated sales page, or they have a replicated website. Like if you're in network marketing, you get a page with your affiliate ID, and then everyone else's looks the same, right? So for me, one thing that I did in my visual branding to set myself apart was to obviously have my own space on the internet, like my own website that represents me and who I am and how I'm different, and it shares my story and things that make me different from a sea of other people, right? So that is one of the things, right? So visual branding, and again, that incorporates videos, your social media images, your headers, your email headers, your website, even the color scheme in your funnels. That there's that every single one of those things is an extension of who you are, right? And that they represent you all across the board, because on the computer you're just a digital representation of you. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, your personality. Don't be afraid to show up with your actual personality, right? I'll tell you what, I was the high school loner girl. I was the girl that was so introverted, and I'm still socially awkward. I'm only comfortable around people that I already kind of sort of know. And then once you get to know me, I come out of my shell a little bit more. And if you start talking to me, I will talk a lot. I guess I'm like what they would call like a loud introvert, or a just a very high energy introvert. And it's because I have a very short battery life where I have a lot of energy, and then I'm just like, okay, I gotta go be by myself. So I don't like the phone. I don't like to, like, oh, if you invite me somewhere, I'm like, oh God, please, I just want to stay home. So I'm like that girl, but it's just, that's just my personality. That's just the way that I am. And so, but that's okay, because here's the cool thing. That people will find you for your content, but they will stay for your personality. So the people that stay for your personality, those are the best people, because those are your people, because they get you. So when they meet you in person, if it ever comes to that point that they meet you in person, or they join your team, or you finally meet them on a Zoom for the first time, it's like what you see is what you get. This is what you get, right? It's just, here's my personality, and you either like me or you don't, which is a great qualifying or qualification mechanism, pre-qualifying mechanism. The more yourself you are, and I'm not talking about the person that, like, because society molds people to believe that, oh, you're just being yourself. Sometimes we are a version of ourselves that society has molded. So that's not what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about like who you are when, like, you're home, when the door is like, behind closed doors or whatever. Like, what is your personality when you're just hanging out with your family, when you're just hanging out with friends, when you're just hanging out with your team? Like, my team knows me. They know that, I'm a little, like, scatterbrained, and I don't always have everything together. I don't have all the answers. I'm just kind of like doing my best, and I'm okay if I if I mess up or whatever. So it's okay to bring your real true personality to the table, because in a sea of sameness, it's going to help you stand out, right? And then the third thing is, don't focus so much on the numbers. Don't focus so much on the numbers, on the analytics, on the clicks, and all these things. Oh my gosh, I got caught up in doing that. And you know what happened to me? Things came to a screeching halt. Things came to a screeching halt because I was so concerned about the number and the rank or the analytics on a video or whatever, that I just lost what is really important. Why you're here. The purpose of why we're here. right? So it goes back full circle. Why am I here? Why am I here making these videos? Why am I here, working towards being a top affiliate in my company? Why am I trying to teach people the things that I know, right? Well, it's kind of twofold, right? Because in living my purpose, I get to impact my family. But in sharing my purpose with you and showing up, I get to impact lots of people beyond my family, beyond me. You know what I mean? And so one of my well, not one of my mission statement is to touch, move, and inspire people all around the world to rise up to their potential using their strengths, gifts, and talents through digital marketing so they can build a business that also allows them to have a life. And that is just a reflection of what I've been trying to do, right? And so I get to come here and share it with you and help you create the online mechanisms, right? That replace you, that keep on working for you, that keep on doing the heavy lifting so that when you turn off the computer at the end of the day, you can go watch the Minions with your family. And how cool is that? How cool is that? So anyway, guys and gals, I did that almost without having to edit. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have such an easy time editing today. I'm so excited about that. But anyway, I just wanted to come up here and share this with you because I got to get my morning going, but I wanted to share. And stay tuned because July 11th is a big day. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to release it to the public, but we're definitely doing an inside launch of something very, very special where a lot of us are going to reveal how we did become top affiliates inside of our companies. And I get to share a little bit more about how I did that. And on the heels of that, the following week, I am going to be reopening my Rise Branding Academy for a new and updated for 2022. So I'm really super duper excited about that. And listen, at the end of the day, if you are within the sound of my voice, right? And because it's funny because I was on a team Zoom a week ago, and I was so proud of one of my girls, and she has been kind of like afraid to be on video for a really long time. And she confessed that that's one of the things that she's afraid of. She feels really uncomfortable with being in front of video. I'm going to tell you something that I hope really makes a difference for you. If you are newer, but you really feel like you're being driven by a purpose, you really want to break through, but there's things that you're afraid of. And one of those things could be like just being on camera because maybe you're afraid of mess up, maybe you're afraid of being judged, maybe you're afraid of just what would happen if I'm just myself when I'm trying to surround myself or kind of like compete with all these other people around me who have more experience, who seemingly are better than me and all these things. And I'm going to tell you something. You have an advantage. Being yourself gives you an incredible advantage. Because again, in a sea of sameness, if you can rise up and just be you and be yourself, you are going to stand out because everyone else is trying to be like everyone else. So you have the potential to inspire someone else just by hopping on camera and being your imperfect self. So let that, be like a comfort to you that if you're afraid to do that, it's okay because you are going to help someone who is even more fearful than you get the courage to do the same. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you like this video, if you were inspired by it, if you liked it, leave me a comment below so that I know that you care and that you watched the video and that it did help you, or just give me a thumbs up. I'll take that too. So just give me a thumbs up, and if you like this video and it helps you, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted the next time that I upload a video to my YouTube channel. And so I just want to wish you that you have a great rest of your day, and I'm gonna go watch some Minions, and it's gonna be so much fun, and I'm gonna spend my day with the people. Well, I love you guys, but my family, I love them the mostest. And so I get to go and spend the rest of the afternoon with them. And that's my driving purpose. And so I highly encourage you to find what is that thing for you. What's that thing for you? What is that thing for you? Leave it in the comments right below this video. All right, guys and gals, love you all, and I will catch you on another video. Bye.